Hello, welcome back to my channel, Jacqueline's Beauty. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I'm going to do a brief intro. Today I'm going to be doing my foundation method, process, procedure every morning. So if you're interested, stay tuned. We're going to dive right in. All right, so it's been a little while since I've been able to record, but I wanted to make sure I showed you guys my kind of daily routine for my base, my foundation, my concealer, and then also my contour. I'm not going to do eyes or blush or lashes or anything on this video because I oftentimes feel that I'm going a little bit too fast when I'm doing my full-on everyday get ready with me makeup, because I got to go somewhere usually, so I don't have time to do a whole lot. So I want you to have an opportunity to see my daily routine. Okay, so first off, this face right here, this bare face, and you know I guys cheat a little. You guys know I cheat a little bit, so I did my little eyebrows with no hair beforehand. So I went in after I cleaned my face, toned it, moisturized it. I went in with e.l.f. This is Poreless Face Primer. Poreless Face Primer. And so I went in, I wanted to put that on a little bit early just to make sure that I'm able to have it dry in and set perfectly. So then for me, what I'm going in with today, I'm using my beauty blenders, and I want you to know they are actually clean, but when you use darker colors on the beauty blenders, it seems that it really doesn't wash the color out completely. So I'm okay with that. I'm using, I'm going in with Maybelline. This is 335. And I'll be quite frank with you, I have never in my whole life, been able to use Maybelline foundation, or whether it's been a liquid or a stick or whatever. They never had my shade, but now they do. So I'm going in, what I like to do is I'm using a little bit of MAC. This is like the medium tone concealer. I know a lot of influencers don't necessarily recommend this, but for me, it really works. I like to put a little bit just because my eyes, I don't really have dark spots under my eye, but it helps to just kind of even out the tone, even though I use a concealer to kind of pop my eye after my foundation. But for me, this kind of works, and it gives me a little bit better coverage under the eye. And fortunately, I don't have really bad bags or wrinkles or anything under my eye, but I really don't like it looking too pale or too hollow. So I really try to work on that. Okay, so now I'm going in with the Maybelline 335. I think that's what I said. 335, yeah. Okay. I love the consistency of this foundation. You know, as I've said many times, my go-to ride or die chick foundation is Black Opal. But Maybelline has stepped it up and have made sure that they are inclusive of everybody and every shade. So I want to support their product. I'm not going to talk too much because I'm trying to get this makeup on. I generally like to pat my foundation, especially the liquid, so that it doesn't dilute any of the product. I like a full coverage look. And this is just the first layer. Okay, I need my hand to do in the mirror. Get in close here. I'm trying to remember not to put foundation on my eyelid, but for 99,000 years, that's what I've been doing. But when you know better, you do better. So I try to make sure I get the sides of my face, underneath. I don't put a whole lot on my neck, but I do want a full cover. So that's the first layer. I'm going to go in with a little bit more, probably a full second layer. Put about that much on my beauty blender. and I do the second coat. Once again, I have a busy day. I have a lot going on today, so I want this to last through the night. I think we have a dinner tonight. But I do my best to get my videos done and my commitment to my YouTube followers. Because I love you guys and I appreciate your support. I'm a new girl starting out, but I'm going to tell you what. I love YouTube. I am officially addicted. Okay, so I do like the coverage, and if you can see, I'll move it a little bit under my eye. I don't see a lot of veins or showing or anything, and I think it's because I use the light concealer prior to my foundation. Okay, make sure I got every spot. Okay, I feel good about that. All right. So moving on, I'm going to go in with, and I think I've mentioned this in one of my previous or several previous videos, ever since I bought the product, I'm going in with Born This Way Too Faced Concealer. Get it in camera. Okay, and so this one is Almond. And I'll tell this little story again because the girl was so helpful at Sephora. And she says, oh, you know, you should get a tone that's maybe one shade lighter than your foundation. I said, well, I like more highlight. And I found that a lighter shade gives me just the right amount of concealer coverage that I like. Kind of picky when it comes to that, but I do want to be lit up. Okay, get in the angle a little bit so I can get in here deep. So I look like a ghost right now, but it's gonna get better. It will get better. And I noticed I wanted to make sure that I'm blending on the sides, because oftentimes I'll spend so much time in this area and totally forget about the side of my face until I look in the mirror and I'm like, what the hell did I do? Okay, let's see here. All right. So I feel it's pretty blended. Okay, so then I go in and I'm doing what I've learned over the years is called baking. So we're gonna bake this puppy under my eyes. So I'm taking my little Buffy sponge, powder sponge, and I'm just ever so lightly baking it. Oftentimes I don't bake that long. I know some of our influencers online bake an endless amount of time. I unfortunately do not. So I'll let that set for a minute. And then I'm going to go in with, I usually start off with my black Opal translucent powder, and it's in sort of a medium color. I do mix a couple of other things. Oftentimes I'll mix my Ben Nye banana with this medium tone. Okay, let me do this. I gotta get some things situated here. Okay, so let me mix this a little bit. All right, so then I go in with just a brush. Most of my brushes are either Morphe brushes, IT Cosmetics. I do use e.l.f. And a couple of times I'll use my BeBella Pro Brush. All right, so going in, dust this off a little bit. And I just like to set my face. I like more of a matte finish. And as you can see, I'll tell you right now, I'm done with this baking stuff. I want it off my face. So then it'll allow me to contour a little bit better. Okay. Going in with a little bit more powder just to set it. I do oftentimes, sometimes I forget, but I like to make sure that I put powder on my neck. Because, honey, as you're aging, you got to watch your neck, too. And you really got to watch your neck before you start aging. Okay, let me see here. Looking kind of good. I'm going to kind of buff this out a little bit under my eye. I think it came out nice. I like this highlight look. And let me see here. Yeah, I like this look. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go into the rest of part of my baking of my face the way I do it. All right. Okay, so now I go in. Oftentimes I like to go in with MAC. My color is NC45. And I take a little bit more of a denser brush. My pore brush I cleaned. My Poreless brush I'm cleaning, so it's actually drying at this time. So I'm not using it this morning. So I go in, put a little bit on my neck. And I like the way it just gives me more of a matte finish. I will put a little bit of this on my eyebrow, on my eyelids. Okay, here we go. Let me take a look at this, see what we're doing here. My handy dandy mirror. All right, I'm kind of liking it. Yeah. It's getting in my eye. Okay. All right, now, as I've said probably 1,000 times, I'm going in with my BK full cover. It's a fine matte finish. It's about 4 or 5 shades darker than my skin tone, and so I like to contour with that. I find that it does me quite well. So, just full disclosure, half of my brushes are currently being cleaned. So what I'm going to do today is a little trick here. I'm using this brush here, which is e.l.f. As I said, it's usually Morphe, IT Cosmetics, or e.l.f. brushes that I'm using. I'm going to go in, just dab a bit, and contour. I will blend this in with the brush shortly. I was blessed with having decent cheekbones. That's the Indian in me. So I have a little bit of everything in my family. So I guess at times we say we're mixed race or something. But my mom's African American. My father is too. But when you go back a little bit further in the gene pool, hello. We had some situations going on. So I'm proud of all that's inside of me. There you go. So I like that. It's a little intense, but I do like it. Blend out a little bit more. Yeah, I like that. Okay. So then I take my handy dandy. This is my Morphe E15. And I'm going to ever so lightly contour my nose. Ooh, baby. Did she go dark or wood? Okay. I'll blend that in. Let me just get my mirror. Make sure I get up close, personal. Okay. So then I'm going to go in really quickly here and blend this out. I took the same brush that I used for this, and I'm just blending this out on my nose a bit. And I love, I've said this before, I love drag queens. And I love the way they beat their face, their nose, they're chiseled. Oh my God. Love, love, love it. Okay, so I'm going in with, what am I going to do now? Okay. So it's looking good. I think it's looking good. I'm going to blend this in a little bit more. I don't like it to look too harsh. I'm just using one of my other brushes. This is IT Cosmetics. Is that thought? Okay. So I also like to go in and just go ever so lightly under my jawbone and around my chin, just ever so lightly contour. So I recently ordered, and I'll do a review on it once I get it. I recently ordered the Sigma cleaning brush system. I saw Angela Bright doing it. She's now one of my favorite for eyeshadows and applications and stuff. So she was saying how she cleans her brushes with this product. And I'm like, okay, click, give me all of it. Hello, give me all of it. All right, so this here, one thing I want to do, I want to go in with a little bit of the NYX. This is their fine definition powder in banana. I go in, if I wasn't light enough, I go in under my eye, let it sit a little bit, and then I blend it in ever so lightly. Okay. So let me take a final look at the magnifying. All right. So this here is my base application. I went in with, starting out with my MAC, which is the medium tone, for my under eye pre-concealer concealer. Then I went in today with Maybelline, my Fix Me. It's number 335, which fortunately, thanks God, it's my exact tone. This has never happened in all of my life with Maybelline, but I'm really proud of Maybelline. Thank you for being inclusive of women of color. It's good, and it's time. Thank you. At that point, I went in with, as you know, my ride or die chick is Black Opal. They've been around for forever, and quite honestly, between Fashion Fair, Black Opal, and Iman of late, they were the only products that cater to women of color. So I am so thankful that they were here for us for all these years, and I'm going to keep using them. So Black Opal, I use the translucent powder in medium. I added a little bit of the Ben Nye, the banana, just to kind of mix it in, give me more of a yellow. I like a yellow golden tone, and it provides me with that. My hair is getting in my eye today, and I got to figure out what the hell's going on. What piece of hair is that? Okay, come on, leave me the hell alone, way. Okay. I think it was my dog hair. Sorry. Okay, then I went in with my MAC Studio Fix, and it's in NC45. And what I did, I just like to set it with that, give an overall look and glow. And then I went in with my BK Matte Finish Final Touch. It's what I use for my contour. I use that along here and my nose. I've mixed this phenomenal little powder together. I'll try and show you without spilling it. But this here is what I use to set under my eye so that I have more of a loose powder. So I had to put it in a little container. I went in with the Too Faced Born This Way in Almond. After I put on my foundation, then I concealed with that. I set with my powder, and I think I've included everything. I didn't put any blush on. I just did my eyebrows, a little bit of cheating off camera. And that's my foundation base regimen. And also I mentioned that I did use the the Poreless face primer, like maybe 30 minutes before I actually did the application. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I appreciate if you let me know, give me a shout out. Let me know what products you use as your base. If you've ever used Black Opal, your thoughts of it, what you think of the new Maybelline, the Fix Me. It's really good. I mean, it's a great product. I love it. If you've used the Too Faced Born This Way, give me some shout outs. Let me know what you're thinking, what you use. If you have any recommendation, one of the things that I'm really in dire need of is eye primer. I'll give full disclosure. I've been trying the Morphe eye primer for about a month and a half now, and I'm just not liking how it's doing for my skin. I'm not really sure if I'm doing something wrong, but I'm putting it on with a brush, leaving it there for a while. I don't put powder on it, but it just seems to be a little cakey. I really don't know what else to do. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you like it, please give me a like, a thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel. I'm going to try and do videos at least twice a week. My schedule's pretty busy, but I want to at least commit to that. So please, please, please follow me on all my social networks, and I'd love to see you in the next video. Bye.